almost had a sideways video. If I hadn't checked and restarted, we would have had a sideways video. That would have sucked. Yes, it would, Danny D. I don't like sideways videos, Danny D. What is this little egg-shaped car doing here? Things are a menace on the road. It's like driving a golf cart on the road. I wanted to go that way. Now I don't know if I can. I got a school bus next to me on one side, and then I got this little egg-shaped car here on the other side. Where was I? Oh. I don't know. Oh yeah, Chad doesn't like sideways videos. No, I don't, Danny D. Guess what today is? Well, it's... just another Manic Monday. Sorry. Just had to do that. Today we're going to listen to 5 episodes of Manic Monday. Manic Mondays, which is a podcast that was heard on the Mad Music Archive like 13 years ago. And it's just another guy doing his own version of the Dr. Demento show. But unlike Captain Wayne, he doesn't do hour-long shows. He does, well, they're not really consistent. I think the first one is 11 minutes, and then there's one that's 20 minutes, and another one that's 14 minutes. But all 5 of these time out to about an hour and 15 minutes. So it should be enough. Sorry. It should be enough to get us home. Do have to stop and get gas. Alright, let's see if I can get around this egg-shaped car. What the heck am I going to do here? Look at this thing. You come across one of these things on the freeway and you're like, did my kid's little push car get on the freeway somehow? One of those little plastic push cars? Ooh, she was cute. Too bad you couldn't see her. Maybe you did. I don't know. Alright, getting out of here. Quick. Maybe I should start the first Manic Monday now. And it'll probably be over by the time I get on the freeway.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Monday! Yes, I mean it this time. Since today is Memorial Day, it means I, like most of the country, don't have to go to work. If you, however, have to work today, you have my sincere condolences, and the hope that maybe this show will cheer you up a bit. I wish every Monday was a holiday so I didn't have to go to work. I'm all for the 4-day work week. Of course, then I would hate Tuesdays, and I'd be wishing for a 3-day work week, etc., and on down until I didn't have to work at all. But that's just not going to happen until I win the lottery or this sudden death stuff takes off, whichever comes first. Of course, I could just quit my job and go live in a toxic swamp, since I do live in New Jersey and all. Here's a song about that by Kenny Young and the Eggplants.
Billy was an engineer, he had a job in Jersey, working very near destiny. Something called him from the toxic swamp. So he left his cubicle and walked out of the building. Told his boss that he would be right back. Walked across the parking lot. The methane smelled real good to him as he headed for the misty, toxic swamp. He saw the glow of the green and orange water, and the rays of light bounced around him like super balls. You should have seen the smiles on all the giant reptiles as they lit up cigars and made a toast. Reptile said, we welcome you, we want to offer you a job, designing things that giant reptiles need. We would do the work ourselves, but none of us are qualified. We're not that smart and we don't have opposable thumbs. Gil never could resist a challenge to his intellect. He never could resist a challenge to his opposable thumbs. He pulled a T-square and a lateral from his pocket and said, I'll do the things you reptiles need. Gilly was an engineer, but now he's a consultant. Everywhere the giant reptiles live, building super freeways, connecting swamps around the globe. He's finding job fulfillment in the swamp. He's building driving theaters in the swamp. He's feeling very human in the swamp. Yeah.
A week and a half ago, the Burger King near my house in New Jersey had a grease fire and burned pretty bad. I drove past it on my way home from work, and there were 4 fire trucks, a half a dozen cops, and an ambulance, all lit up so the place looked like the Las Vegas Strip. Of course, the story was all over the local news and newspapers and everything, but that did not stop people from trying to get a Whopper the following day. I was driving to work the next morning and saw no less than 4 cars pulling into the Burger King drive-thru and go all the way around the building to the exit. They came out with a look on their face like they just bought a hooker with a chastity belt and couldn't find the key. I guess the boarded-up windows and police tape wasn't enough of a clue for them. The management had to actually write closed on the marquee outside. Which, of course, brings us to... News of the Stupid! 2 Star Wars fans in England are in critical condition at a hospital after apparently trying to make lightsabers out of fluorescent light tubes filled with fuel. The couple was filming an amateur Star Wars film, but had to be rushed to the hospital after the lightsabers exploded. When asked why they didn't just use the $19 iMovie plugin, which creates digital lightsabers and other special effects, the man blinked 3 times, which according to doctors means, oh. Chucky Hernandez walked into a New York police station last Tuesday to inquire about a friend who had been arrested. Detective Sergeant Norman Horowitz recognized the man from a wanted poster, which was hanging on the wall right next to him, and arrested him. Chucky was wanted for 2 taxicab robberies in New York. Horowitz said it was one of their easiest busts ever, and that he had never seen anything like it, except on that Nintendo game Super Mario Sunshine, where Mario's face appears everywhere on wanted posters and nobody lifts a finger to stop it. People are stupid, and once again they've proven it. This has been News of the Stupid. I also read recently that North Korean dictator Kim Jong-il is very self-conscious about his height and wears platform shoes of 5 to 7 inches to make himself appear taller. Nobody knows how tall he really is, but we do know that he's very, very lonely. Here's a song from the soundtrack of Team America World Police, which recently came out on DVD.
I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely and sadly alone. There's no one, just me only, sitting on my rental room. I work very hard and make up great plans, but nobody listens, no one understands. Seems like no one takes me seriously. so lonely. A bit of lonely. Pour it on me. There's nobody I can relate to. Feel like a bird in a cage. It's kinda silly, but not really, because it's filling my body with rage. I'm the smartest, most clever, most physically fit, but nobody else seems to realize it. When I change the world, maybe they'll notice me. And until then, I'll just be lonely. Yeah, real lonely. Pour it on me. I'm so lonely.
Dr. Demento's Basement Tapes 13 is now available from the Demento Society. If you're not yet a member of the Demento Society, then you're not getting your recommended dose of dementia. Head over to drdemento.com for info on how to join. That's DRDEMENTO.com. Basement Tapes 13 contains lots of great songs, including my song Inner Voice, plus Great Idea for a Song, The Spongy Dance, Sirius Black, Army Careers, and lots of other great stuff. One of the songs in the CD is a new song by Carla Holbrook, who was very sick for a long time and recently released an album of songs she wrote while she was recovering, a CD called Sick Humor. Check it out.
This is another one I wrote from the sick bed. I went on this macrobiotic diet as part of my recovery, and it was like no wheat, no cheese, no dairy at all, no sugar, no chocolate, no reason to live. So I lost a lot of weight, partly because of the illness and partly because I was on this diet. And I actually lost a little bit too much weight at one point. And so here's a little song about that. This is a parody of one of my own songs. I was just wondering, hypothetically, what would you do? Theoretically, if something should happen accidentally, or medically, what if your butt was gone? If sitting in a wheelchair felt like tax and you found you had nothing to hold up your slacks because instead of a butt now you just had a crack, well, something would have to be done. Right, dear Abby, for advice in a letter, put a cushion in your chair to make it feel better. Try to fatten up with brie and cheddar. What if your butt was gone? If your butt disappeared without a trace, everyone looked all over the place. Why do you have that look on your face? Hey, it could happen to you. If that booty, patootie, that sweet derriere were now inexplicably no longer there, how soon would you miss it? How much would you care? What do you think you would do? Would you call me up? Would you fall to pieces? Would you make it the topic of your doctoral thesis? Trying to go out and find a prosthesis. What if your butt was gone? A butt, as you know, could be curvy or flat, dimpled or pimpled, skinny or fat, just like an opinion. Everyone's got one, but what if your butt was suddenly not one? If something should happen, hypothetically, what would you do? Theoretically, if something should happen accidentally or medically, what if your butt was gone? Would you call me up? Would you start confiding how you tried to make it grow with fluorescent lighting? How you had to give up horseback riding? What if your butt was gone? Realize there's a good selection. Shop for clothes in the children's section. Go to your closet and make a commotion. Take all your pants and throw them in the ocean. Does your butt hang low? Does it wobble to and fro? Can you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow? Can you sling it over your shoulder like a continental soldier? What if your butt was gone?
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Tune in next week for more madness on the Mondays. In the meantime, support your local funny musician and visit the websites of the bands that I played this week. Actually, it looks like it's just Carla on the internet this week. Visit her at carlau.com. That's Carla, the letter U.com. And don't forget, you can get information on how to join the Demento Society by going to drdemento.com. Manic Mondays is a production of Vitamin Interactive LLC. Copyright 2005. All rights reserved. Visit suddendeath.org for more information.
See, wasn't that short? Yes, that was, Danny D. He should do more songs. Yeah, well, he's going to. Today is Monday, by the way, so we're listening to this on an appropriate day. I forget what his name is, but he's from a band called Sudden Death who sends in songs to Dr. Demento, so I guess that's why he talks about Dr. Demento so much, giving him a little plug on his podcast. Like Dr. Demento needs the publicity. Alright, so now here's the second show. Sounds a lot like the first at the beginning. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna tell you what I really think I like about Mondays. Totally like Saturdays. When you don't gotta go to work, everything is alright. I wake up when I want to. I do anything I want to do. Can't wait for Tuesday.
Hi, this is Shoebox of War Quartet, and you're listening to Manic Mondays, a show that tries to make your Monday mornings less suicide inducingly bad and fails miserably week after stupid week. If you're hearing this, it means that Tom's either sick or dead or just too damn lazy to record a new Manic Mondays this week by himself, and thus you're stuck with me as your guest host. This week I'll be playing a bunch of goofy-ass punky stuff that I find funny, but first, an exclusive Manic Mondays interview with Tom Rockwell, a.k.a. Devo Spice of Sudden Death, the regular host of Manic Mondays. Hey Devo, what's your friggin' problem? You too good to host your own show now? Who else would it be? Somebody's gonna try to brighten up the Monday mornings of the masses, since you're obviously far too busy to do it for yourself. Ooh, look at me, I'm Devo Spice of Sudden Death. I'm so cool, I don't need to host my own show.
For God's sake, Shoebox, it's 3:30 in the morning.
So's your mom! And on that note, here's a song about the metric system.
12 inches.
Lord, it's hard to be happy when you're not using the metric system. Adam's probably the performer I'm compared to more than anybody else, probably because he does a solo thing with a sequencer. I don't use a sequencer as a computer, but most people don't realize or care or whatever. Well, I don't care. Anywho, the best comparison I ever got, somebody stalking out of one of my shows angrily once turned to the merch table and explained to my wife, "Oh, I get it. He's like Adam in his package, only worse." So there you go, Adam. Somebody hates you less than they hate me. If you want to read an interview that I did with Adam in his package a while back, you can log on to torpedomag.com and scroll around a bit and you will find it. If you don't, then you probably don't care and you don't want to read it, and you should stay away from Torpedo. Actually, you can go there anyway. There's reviews and there's all kinds of interesting, cool stuff like that. I'm going to shut up now because my conversation is getting less and less interesting by the second, and I'm going to go back to playing music because people have already taken the time to make that stuff funny and I don't have to fucking think about it. Here's the dead man.
You know what, Stuart? I like you. You're not like the other people here in the trailer park. Oh, don't get me wrong. They're fine people. They're good Americans. But they're content to sit back, maybe watch a little Morgan maybe on Channel 57, maybe kick back a cool core 16-ouncer. They're good, fine people, Stuart. But they don't know what the queers are doing to the soil. You know that Johnny works for kids litters papers in the neighborhood. He's a fine kid. Some of the neighbors say he smokes crack, but I don't believe it. Anyway, for his 10th birthday, all he wanted was a burrow owl. Kept bugging his old man. Dad, get me a burrow owl. I'll never ask for anything else as long as I live. So the guy breaks down and buys him a burrow owl. Anyway, 10:30 the other night, I go out to my yard, and there's a worker kid looking up the tree. I say, what are you looking for? I'm looking for my burrow owl. I say, jumping, Jesus, on a pogo stick. Everybody knows the burrow owl lives in a hole in the ground. Why the hell did they call a burrow owl anyway? And of course, you think a kid like that is going to know what the queers are doing to the soil? I first became aware of all this about 10 years ago. The summer my oldest boy, Bill Jr., died. You know that carnival comes through town every year? Well, this year they came to a ride called the Mixer. The man said, keep your head and arms inside the mixer at all times. But Bill Jr., he was a daredevil, just like his old man. He was leaning out saying, hey everybody, look at me, look at me. Now, he was decapitated. They found his head over by the cell phone concession. A few days after that, I opened up the mail, and there's a pamphlet in there from Pueblo, Colorado, and it's a Bill Jr., and it's entitled, Do You Know What the Queers Are Doing to Our Soil? Now, start when you look at the soil around any large U.S. city with a big underground homosexual population. Des Moines, Iowa, perfect example. Look at the soil around Des Moines, Stuart. You can't build on it. You can't grow anything in it. The government says it's due to poor farming. But I know what's really going on, Stuart. I know it's the queers. They're in it with the aliens. They're building landing strips for gay Martians. I swear to God. You know what, Stuart? I like you. You're not like the other people here in the trailer park. Argyle! I was thinking of you while you jumped into my song last night. I was thinking of you while you jumped into my song. I was thinking of you while you had more to do, 'cause I think that anything else could. I was thinking of you while you jumped into my song.
That was Nerf Herder with Doing Laundry off the Short Music for Short People compilation on Fat Records. Prior to that was Stuart by the Dead Milkmen. If you haven't heard that song before, then I bet you just spend a whole buttload of time rewinding and listening to it over and over and over again, because it's a brilliant fucking classic type kind of thing. And if you're not doing that, then just what the hell is wrong with you? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful freaking song. For crying out loud. Oh my God. Oh, it does things to my nipples that I really can't describe without using puppets. Fortunately, I have some right here. But rather than go into that, it's time for News of the Stupid. Scientists this week were baffled by the discovery of an entire school of carp that appeared to be swimming in place, almost rolling in the water, each fish moving their tail in a nearly impossible fashion across the lower part of their bodies in a slow, repeating rubbing motion. A closer study by a local marine biology group revealed that the carp were in fact pleasuring themselves with their own tails. Dr. Emmett Stabule of North Carolina State University stated, "We've never seen this type of behavior in carp before. We always thought this sort of behavior was impossible given the location of their tail muscles and the location of their erogenous zones. But under laboratory conditions, the carp continued their bizarre practice of self-gratification. Various experiments were performed in the university, including putting several male and female carp together in a small area with chemicals added in the water to encourage mating, but the carp continued their strange behavior. Okay, I admit it. I'm making this up, right? I wrote this, I made it up. I don't have time to go and look up this stupid crap. Anyway, those of you familiar with Worm Quartet may be aware that I recorded a song called Too Bad for the Pit a few years back for the stupid video game music album. It basically described the trials of being a 6'4", 300-pound man going to shows where I'm surrounded by itty-bitty punks and emo kids and other highly trampleable little people. Well, I turned 30 this year.
Happy birthday, Shoebox!
Thank you, the magic gnomes who live in my colon. Anyway, I've come to realize that in addition to being too fat for the pit, I'm also far too old. I put some effort into writing a song on this subject, but then Jim Testa, music critic and editor of Jersey Beat magazine, put out his new CD with a brilliant song on the subject that preemptively sets fire to the scrotum hair of anything I could possibly have come up with. It's called Punk Rock Is Not Daycare, and I'm sending it out to all the aging punks out there, especially Eric Coleman, because he's got a beard.
Hey there, kid. Welcome to the show. Is it hard to be a punk with your dad and dough? Smoking clothes, present tattoos, and a shirt that says Blink 182. Hey there, kid. Welcome to the scene. Put down your Harry Potter, the big limousine. You know the words to every Green Day song, but a buzzcocks cover. You can't sing along. No, Rock is not daycare, and you know it's getting me mad. 'Cause I've been going to see punk rock since I was just a little snot. But now they all think that I'm your dad. Hey there, kid, you're looking pretty tough, but your taste in music isn't up to stuff. Avril Lavigne and Hillary Duff, do you think that I'm punk enough? Punk rock is not daycare, and this ain't the junior dance. Yeah, you're pretty brave in the pit, but if a skinhead ever gave you shit, you know that you'd be pissing in your pants. You don't know punk show from a rave. You got no idea how to behave. You don't mosh, you don't even clap. I think it's time for a nap. Punk rock is not daycare, and you know it's getting old fast. 'Cause I've been going to punk rock shows since I was just a little crow. But now they think I'm some kind of pederast. Hey there, kid. Dominion and a heart, but next I bring a girlfriend, not your mom. You're a teenage rebel, you're king of the scene, and you're gonna be something when you turn 13.
Well, damn it, that's all the time we have this week. I hope you got some kind of reverse enjoyment out of this stupid show. Please be sure to tune in next week, at which point hopefully Tom will be less sick, lazy, or dead than he is this week, and thus able to return. In the meantime, support your local funny musician, particularly if that musician is me, and check out the websites of the bands I played this week. Adam and His Package is at adamandhispackage.com. ADOM and His Package. Dead Milkman are at deadmilkman.com. Nerfherder is at nerfherder.net. Jim Testa is annoyingly at www.jerseybeat.com/jimtesta.htm. The World of Mayonnaise page is at www.world-of-mayo.com. And the jamming a pair of scissors repeatedly into your cross page is at armchair.mv.ca/scissors. I didn't play a damn thing by my own band, but please feel free to check out wormquartet.com anyway. Manic Mondays is a production of Vitam Interactive LLC, copyright 2005, all rights reserved, hosted by Tom Rockwell, Sudden Death. This episode guest hosted by Shoebox and Worm Quartet. For more information, visit wormquartet.com and suddendeath.org.
Now, I'm not sure, but I think he said that the guy who normally hosts the show goes by the name Devo Spice. And if that's true, well, he said it is, so I guess it is. But Devo Spice was the bass player for a band called the 80s All-Stars, who I used to go see at Disneyland. And Devo Spice would dress up like a member of Devo. There was also a guy that would dress up like... Sorry, I'm trying to get on the freeway here. There's also a guy that would dress up like a glamour punk rocker. And another guy that would dress up like the Karate Kid. He was on drums. And I forget what the guitar player dressed up like. But anyway, I never made that connection until just now. The guy that does the hosting on Manic Mondays normally is the guy I used to go see at Disneyland a lot in the 80s All-Stars. Not that you care. I just thought I'd mention it. Alright now, Danny D, play some more music. Sorry, Chad.
Just another manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. That's my Monday. I don't have to run late. It's just another manic Monday.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Manic Mondays. And I apologize if you can hear my wife vacuuming in the background, but I want to get this recorded before the 4400 comes on. This weekend, I was interviewed on the Dr. Demento show. If you missed it, Dr. Demento played South Park Junkie, which was my first big hit on the show back in 1998. And we talked about how I got interested in comedy and hip-hop, and then he played I Heart New York, which he premiered a couple weeks back. Part 2 of the interview will air next week. And I thought I'd start off this show with a song from our new CD, Die Laughing, that was a big hit on the Dr. Demento show a couple years ago. Here is the 6th most requested song of 2003. You can come and see my band as I command heavy metal rhythms from a middle-aged man. Smack my doggies when they crap on the rug, but then I feel bad because I love that pug. For years I've pedaled hard rock metal, got a dozen lawsuits, but I'm open to settle. I go on tour, the fans want more. I love to throw things at the people next door. I got kids showing up at all hours of the night. Can't stand it, but I handle it and try to be polite. Getting old before my time, thanks to Kelly and Jack. Arthritis in my knee and a crick in my back. Now I'm back on the scene, no surprise that I've seen. I'll be rocking like this till I rupture a spleen. A lot of donkeys get money and it sounded like man, but nothing there can compare to the true Ozman.
Like kids that don't know and children really out of the dogs and food bottles and cup and all I
I hold the record in Guinness for backheads finish. I'm finding new ways to mutilate the Queen's English. My son wears camo, he wants live ammo. I can't allow that or the house will go kablamo. I shave my stubble, I don't want trouble, but the Prince of Friggin' Darkness doesn't need no damn bubble. Like where I reside, I'll be your tour guide. I bought it for a song I wrote about suicide. The bad boy of rock, not to be mocked. Went to my block and you might get shocked. It might seem weird, but that's part of the drill. We're insane compared to the rest of Beverly Hills.
I'm mad. You're all mad. I love you all, but you're mad.
I think that all pretty hard.
Oh, check it out. Mini copy.
Yeah. He's a lawyer.
Hey, what those that mean?
I don't know. Maybe there's a truck backing up or something.
Yeah. Ozzy!
Shut up, ass munch. Oh, leave him. Check it out. A chick.
What's the matter with her hair?
Oh, butthead.
Yeah.
Long hair on brushes. We have a discussion and they bleep half the show cause we can't stop cussing. I crunch a quarter note. I sacrifice a goat. I watch the Weather Channel cause I can't remote. MTV painted or shows the highest rated. Anna Nicole is just way too sedated. A pseudo war later. I'll need a translator. Mumble like Schwarzenegger in Terminator. Guitar chord ripper. Harry and zipper. Walk around the house in my fuzzy bunny slippers. Flesh like leather. Worn and weather. Take the blame a lot myself, but we're all in this together. My kids' creations don't get motivation. They don't have talent, but they do have patience. Critics wanna diss, fans don't wanna miss. A lot of networks got a show, but it ain't like this.
You all, I hate you. I'm beginning with the knife.
Jack.
And now it's time for News of the Stupid. In another round of more crap we have to worry about at the airport, 40 pilots have been indicted for fraud after it was found they collected disability payments for conditions that would have grounded them. The pilots continued to fly, however, despite having disabilities such as schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, drug and alcohol addiction, disabling back pain, and severe heart conditions. How would you like to hear this while you're on a plane? This is your captain speaking. We've been instructed by the tower to climb to 36,000 feet, but the little gremlin that lives under my altimeter says that we should stay right here at 18,000. And I don't want him to bite off my big toe again, so I think we're going to stay right here. 14 of the pilots have had their licenses revoked, and another 26 face suspension or other disciplinary actions. And in further attempts to coddle our children, some teachers in London have proposed that the word fail be banned from use in schools and should be replaced with the phrase deferred success. They say this will avoid demoralizing the students, and that telling students they have failed can put them off learning for life. Quote, we recognize that children do not necessarily achieve success the first time, unquote. Yeah, and if I may quote the four postmen, if at first you don't succeed, well, maybe you're a damn loser. This is not how we prepare these kids for life. There is no deferred success in the business world. If you screw up a job, your boss doesn't pat you on the back and say, that's okay, we can try to make money again next quarter. No, pretty much all he's going to say is, you're fired. People are stupid, and once again they've proven it. This has been News of the Stupid. It's bad enough that in America, most schools have banned musical chairs because it encourages competition, and play baseball without any outs or runs because they don't want anybody to lose the game. Let's see what else we can teach our children. Here's throwing toasters.
Always remember to say thank you when you're taking candy from a stranger. Always remember to do what your parents say. You can do whatever you want when they're not around.
and only member of Throwing Toasters, also does a weekly podcast. His is called The Radio Adventures of Dr. Floyd, and chronicles the adventures of the world's most brilliant scientist, Dr. Floyd, as he tries to thwart the plans of his evil arch-nemesis, Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve has stolen Dr. Floyd's time and space travel device and plans to travel through time stealing historical items and selling them for a huge profit on eBay. Dr. Floyd, his protege Dr. Grant, and faithful robot companion Chips must do everything they can to stop him. Let's give a listen.
It's time once again for America's favorite show, The Radio Adventures of Dr. Floyd. Brought to you by drfloyd.com.
We begin this episode on the ship of the evil mastermind, Dr. Steve. Dr. Steve's sock-shaped assistant Fidget is just beginning his morning routine of checking the ship's diagnostics when Dr. Steve comes bursting onto the bridge.
Why, good morning, Fidget. Isn't it a splendid day? Why am I so happy? Fidget, don't you know what episode this is? This is the season finale. That means at some point in this episode, Dr. Floyd and the rest of his wretched crew will be put into a perilous situation that they may not survive. Oh, I live for episodes like this.
Dr. Steve is right. This is the season 2 finale. Is it true our heroes will be put in a perilous situation they may not survive? Let's check in with Dr. Floyd, his protege Dr. Grant, and the faithful robot companion Chips, and find out. Morning, Chips. Everything going good? Fantastic. You ready for work today? Well, today is the day we need to change all 2 disposable power couplings on the ship. If we miss even one, the ship could explode.
Good morning, Dr. Grant.
Oh, hello, Dr. Floyd. How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing reasonably well for a man of my age. What's the status of the ship?
Everything is good, Dr. Floyd. I was just telling Chips that today we need to change all 227 of the disposable power couplings.
That's right, Chips. If we even forget just one of those power couplings, the ship could explode. Yes, we'll start in the galley and then...
Looks like we've got a call, Dr. Floyd.
Hello?
Well, hello, Dr. Floyd.
Dr. Steve, how did you get this number? It's unlisted.
That's only for me and my brother who works at the phone company to know, and for you to find out.
So you got it from your brother who works for the phone company then, eh?
What? How did you know that?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Curses.
Well, that was painfully easy.
He's not very bright, is he, Dr. Floyd?
Well, let's just say that if brains were elephants, he'd have... Oh, what now? Hello?
Floyd, listen, I forgot to say something when I called earlier.
And what's that?
I just wanted to say that I hope you have a great day.
Yes, and?
That's it, just have a really good day.
Okay then, we will. Bye now.
Well, that was really weird.
Yes, it was very puzzling. Oh well, let's get started changing those couplings.
As Dr. Floyd and his crew begin work on changing the power couplings, Dr. Steve is over in his own ship glowing.
Fidget, I told him to have a good day. I am so evil. Now, we just need to find a way to lead Dr. Floyd into a perilous situation. Ah, I've got it. Call them back, Fidget. Hello, Floyd, it's me again. I was just wondering if you and the guys would like to come chase Fidget and I as we fly around the lip of one of those time and space dream wormholes.
Oh, no thanks. You go on ahead without us. I got a lot of work to do over here, but thanks for asking.
Drat, I'll have to think of something else.
As Dr. Steve tries to come up with another nefarious plan and try and put Dr. Floyd in a perilous situation, let's return now to the ship and see how Dr. Floyd and the crew are doing with their job. We've taken care of all the power couplings on levels 1 through 4. We just have levels 5 and 6 left.
Excellent, we're ahead of schedule. Just make sure we don't forget the hidden coupling in the... Hello?
Yes, hello, Floyd. It's Dr. Steve again. Say, Fidget and I were just thinking of making a time and space jump back to the prehistoric caveman days to poke the Tyrannosaurus Rex with a stick. Would you like to follow us?
Dr. Steve, I've told you already that we have too much work to do around here. But if that's what you want to do, you go for it, dude.
Maybe we should just take the phone off the hook, Dr. Floyd.
No, we need to leave it on in case my mom needs me for any reason. Confound it! Hello? Yes, our refrigerator is running.
Who was that, Dr. Floyd?
Oh, just someone doing a refrigerator survey.
Well, we're done with level 5. Now we just have to do level 6.
Okay, Chips, make sure you get that hidden power coupling in the... Dagnabbit.
Let me get it this time. Hello?
Hello, is this Dr. Grant?
Yes, who's this?
It's Dr. Steve. Look, Fidget and I are going to go balance on the edge of the Grand Canyon. We were wondering if you guys would like to come with us.
Well, I'll ask Dr. Floyd, but before I do, I have a question for you.
What is it?
Are you happy with your current long-distance provider?
What?
Did you know that with Saddle River Bell, you can get unlimited long distance for only 2 cents a minute? If you just give me your credit card number, I can sign you up for that right now.
Listen, I don't know how you guys got my number, but I'm on the national do not call list, so you'd better not call again.
The afternoon, continuing in this manner, with Dr. Steve calling to try and get Dr. Floyd and the gang to follow him into dangerous cliffhanger situations, and our heroes repeatedly telling him no. Finally, early in the evening, the crew finished with their work.
Well, Dr. Grant, we're done. We changed all 226 disposable power couplings.
226? I thought there were 227.
Oh, no, the hidden power coupling, we forgot it. It's not changed in 2 seconds. The whole ship could explode. Oh, never mind. Chip's changed it. We're good to go.
Another season of the radio adventures of Dr. Floyd is ended, and we don't have a cliffhanger ending. Can you have a season finale without a cliffhanger? Will our writers think of a cliffhanger before it's too late? Will the episode... Hold on a second, folks. Hello? No, I don't have Prince Albert in a can. Will the episode you're listening to at this very moment be able to end without a cliffhanger? Tune in to the next thrilling season of the radio adventures of Dr. Floyd and find out.
A podcast within a podcast. That has to be some kind of first. Anyway, podcasting has really taken off, and the Radio Adventures of Dr. Floyd have been nominated for Best Comedy Podcast at podcastawards.com. Since Manic Mondays was not nominated, I thought I'd help out a friend with his cast. So if you'd like to vote, head over to podcastawards.com and register. Voting takes place now through July 31st, and you can vote once a day. This past week, we lost one of the greats of sci-fi. James Doohan, who played Scotty on the original Star Trek series, died last Wednesday at the age of 85. I had the privilege of seeing him at 2 different conventions, one when I was a kid and one just a couple of years ago, and I'll never forget the routine he did where he talked about all the possible accents he could have used for Scotty. My favorite was the pirate accent. So, here's one for Scotty by The Firm. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Tune in again next week for more Monday silliness. In the meantime, support your local funny musician and visit the websites of the bands that I played this week. Sudden Death is at suddendeath.org. Throwing Toasters is at throwingtoasters.com. The Radio Adventures of Dr. Floyd is at drfloyd.com and also on iTunes. And you can vote for the show at podcastawards.com. Manic Mondays is a production of Fightem Interactive LLC. Copyright 2005. All rights reserved. Hosted by Tom Rockwell of Sudden Death. Visit suddendeath.org for more information.
Shoe lover, huh? Does that mean he likes chewing tobacco? Or does he like choo-choo trains? Oh, I could start another show here, but I want to save some time. Might take a while to get back after we get gas. Oops. I'm going to take this time to see how much time there is on the next two shows. Thing that tripped me out about that last show, they played that song about the Osbournes. It's been 16 years since the Osbournes was on the air. Wow. I'll start one now. Whoops. Try that again. Actually, we're too close to the gas station. I don't want to have to cut a song in half. If I'd started it back there, it would have been a different story. Got about, between the next two shows, there's about 20 some minutes. And from the gas station to our next stop is going to be about 15. So it might time out just about right. crap. Hurry, dude. Okay, now where am I gonna park? Oh, I guess I can park over here. Alright, this is probably going to be another $35 fill up. See, I wasn't able to fill up completely yesterday because I had to guess instead of just filling up with the card. So already I need gas. Damn it. Check my oil too. Got to do that with the engine running though. Transmission fluid, not the oil. What'd I say, 35? $34. You see that? Now you can see me check my transmission fluid. think I can wait until I get home to put some in. Okay. Perfect. Now a gas truck is pulled in, so I don't know how I'm going to get out of here now. Because normally I'd like to make a U-turn right about here, but I can't. So I guess I got to go around the back of the gas truck and hope that nobody's coming around this side. There's the dude going in to get his tank reading. Alright, I gotta get moving.
Just another manic Monday. Wish it was Sunday. That's my fun day. I don't have to Monday. It's just another manic Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 20 of Manic Mondays. This is Tom Rockwell, aka Debo Spice of Sudden Death, and this is like a milestone of some kind. 20 episodes. Who would have thought I wouldn't have gotten bored by now, or gotten distracted by something shiny or something? Maybe we should celebrate by doing something celebratory, I don't know. I know, everyone could send me money, then I'd celebrate. I'd go out and buy one of those neat DVD collections with all the Bugs Bunny cartoons on it. Those things rock. There weren't too many songs in the Bugs Bunny cartoons, but one of my favorite episodes has a song which I've always loved, so I thought I'd share it with you now. Come on, everybody, let's square dance.
Let's all square dance. Places all. Bow to your corner. Bow to your own. 3 hands up and round you go. Break it up with a dozy-do. Chicken in the bread pan, kicking off dough. Skip to Maloo, my darling. You'll lay out, you pretty little thing. Promenade around the ring. Big foot up and little foot down. Make that big foot jaw the round. Leg step back and 2 gents in. Back you go and forward again. Step right up with an elbow swing. Skip to Maloo, my darling. Alaman left with your old left hand. Follow through with the right and left grand. Meet your honey with a great big smile. Promenade Indian style.
Promenade across the floor, sashay right on out the door, and into the glade, and everybody promenade. Step right up, you're doing fine. I'll pull you up and you pull mine. Get again, look at it before. Break it up with a tug of war. Now into the brook and fish for the trout. Dive right in and splash about. Trout, trout, pretty little trout. One more splash and come right out. Shake like a hound dog, shake again. Wallow around in the old big pen. Oh, wallow some more, you'll know how. Roll around like an old fat sow. Element left with your left hand. Follow through with the right and left brand. Now lead a partner in the dirty old thing. Follow through with an elbow swing. Grab a fence post, hold it tight. Whomp your partner with almighty. Hit him in the chin, hit him in the head. Hit him again, the critter ain't dead. Whop him low and whop him high. Stick your finger in his eye. Put a little rhythm, put a little sound. Bang your heads against the ground. Promenade all around the room. Promenade like a bride and groom. Open up the door and step right in. Close the door and into a spin. Whirl, whirl, twist and twirl. Jump all around like a flying squirrel. Now don't you cuss and don't you swear. Just come right out and form a square. Now right hand over left hand under. Join hands and run like thunder. Over the hill and over the hill. Duck your head and lift your tail. Don't you stray and don't you roam. Turn around and promenade home. Corn in the crib and wheat in the sack. Turn your partner, promenade back. And now you're home. Bow to your partner. Bow to the gent across the hall. And that is all.
In other celebratory news, my good friend and sudden death partner in crime, Jeff Kotz, and his wife Kim became parents for the second time last week. Xander Trey Kotz was born on July 28th, and both he and mom are doing fine. Sudden death fans will recognize Jeff as the voice of Jason from the beginning of Popstar.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way over there.
Oh, dear Lord. So Jeff, this one's for you. Here's Sean Morey.
Ladies and gentlemen, the baby song. Oh, I'm the new baby of the house. Kiss your life goodbye. I'll be needing a few supplies. You'll be needing a second job. Oh, I sleep a lot during the day, but at 2 a.m. it's time to play. And I promise to hold in my pee until you take my diaper off. You can bury your face in my tummy and I'll spit up on your hair. I smell like heaven above, but not below. Sometimes I just like to cry, to watch my dad try to figure out why. Whenever I am nursing, he gives me dirty looks. My parents say goo goo goo, I think they're retarded. There's no need to vacuum, I'll eat everything on the floor. My dad thinks I can do no wrong. Wait till I'm 12 and he finds my bong. He bought me Guess designer pants. Guess what I just did in them?
And now it's time for News of the Stupid. It was kind of a slow week for stupid people. I guess a lot of them are on vacation. As such, I only have one story this week, but man, it's a doozy. This is another one that falls under the jurisdiction of crap we have to worry about while flying, although this is more so for the ladies. Last Thursday, a business executive was sentenced to 7 years in prison for sexual assault. Apparently, during a flight from Dallas to Boston, he was seated next to a young woman who, as many of us do during long flights, fell asleep. Well, this guy decided to have a little fun at her expense. So he draped a blanket over her, unbuckled her seatbelt, unbuttoned her pants, and began fondling her genitals. Now, I don't know how deep of a sleeper you are, especially on an airplane, but apparently the thought never crossed his mind that this woman might wake up. Well, she did, and I can't think of a worse way to wake up. The woman apparently bolted from her seat and ran to the back of the airplane where she reported the assault to the flight crew. The crew alerted 4 Secret Service agents who happened to be on board, who held him until the state police picked him up on the ground. After his 7-year sentence is served, he must pay a $25,000 fine, be supervised by authorities for 2 years, and will likely be neutered by his wife. People are stupid, and apparently they're flying the friendly skies. This has been News of the Stupid. I went to college to study illustration. As part of my art training, I did a lot of nude model drawing. We had all kinds of models. Men, women, old, young, skinny, fat, we had them all. Hot chicks who we couldn't wait to see naked, old men who we didn't want to see naked, and one model whose sex we couldn't determine until she got naked. Her name was Tony, so it was anybody's guess until she took her pants off. And then there was this one guy who I had several times throughout my college career. We called him Ring Man. He had rings in his ears, 1 in his nose, 1 in each nipple, and 2 through his scrotum. And he had another piercing, which I later learned was called a Prince Albert. For those of you who have never had the displeasure to see one of these things, it's a ring that goes into the tip of the penis and then out the bottom of the shaft. The first time we had him, when he disrobed, every guy in the class went, "Oh!" and crossed their legs. So now every time people start talking about body piercing, I think of Ring Man. Here's a new song about that by Mr. Wampy.
Some people make a special effort to make sure they look weird. They cut their hair all wonky jawed, then wonder why they get jeered. Then they get somebody in a shop in a mall, the jab moves through their skin. Then they walk out with 2 balls hanging from their eyebrows and their chin. It's quite disgusting, I really shouldn't have to tell ya. Oh, why in the hell would somebody want to poke holes through their genitalia? Oh, that's gotta hurt. It's something that I'll never understand for the life of me. People poking holes where holes were meant to be. When they pierce their nose, you gotta wonder what happens when they get a cold. When they blow their nose, the pressure builds up with a clip on the nose ring hole. If they keep on honking, the little white pearl will shoot out and fly. It's a danger to society, you can put out someone's eye. These folks aren't clean cut, like Archie and Veronica. These morons got enough holes in their ears to play like a harmonica. It's something that I'll never understand for the life of me. People poking holes where holes were meant to be. It's gotta be painful, and it's really pretty dumb. You gotta be pretty much brain dead to stick hardware through your tongue. It's something that I'll never understand for the life of me. People poking holes where holes were meant to be. If they can pinch an inch, they won't even flinch. They'll pierce a hole or two or three. People poking holes where holes were meant to be.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Tune in again next week for what will hopefully be a less painful, image-inducing episode. In the meantime, support your local funny musician and visit the websites of the bands that I played this week. Sean Morey is at SeanMorey.com. That's SeanMorey.com. And Mr. Wampy, whose real name is Eric Brown, is at EricBrown.com. That's Eric Brown spelled backwards.com. Manic Mondays is a production of Fightem Interactive, LLC, copyright 2005, all rights reserved, hosted by Tom Rockwell of Sudden Death. Visit suddendeath.org for more information. Episode of Manic Mondays, the show that does stuff with funny music and stuff on Mondays. And, yeah, I just flew in from California, and boy is my butt tired. I was out there doing an interview for the Dr. Demento show, which will air sometime in late July or possibly early August, depending on how long it takes him to edit it. And while I was out there, I did a show with Raymond and Scum and Throwing Toasters and Dino Mike, and hosted by Chris Waffle, and it was a good time was had by all. And I want to give a special thanks to Shoebox and Worm Quartet for filling in with me last week. And I would like to extend a special open invitation to anyone else who wants to guest host an episode of Manic Mondays, because, let's face it, I'm lazy, and if anybody else wants to do my work for me, more power to him. Shoebox likes to start his day off with coffee. He wrote a very cool song about it, and this is not it. This is another song about coffee that I'd like to dedicate to Shoebox. So, here you go, Shoebox.
Young Derek would love to take my order. Hi. He works at the coffee shop just up the street. He's happy and annoying with a smirk the size of Texas. He's my coffee enemy. Would you like a cappuccino? Or perhaps a cappuccino? Or maybe a frappuccino? Said Derek wearing the chinos. All I really want is a cup of coffee. Toast on the spoon stands up. Just a cup of coffee. All I really want is a cup of coffee. Give me a freaking cup of coffee, Derek. You should try a biscotti or a local cabbage cookie. This muffin's only $3.50, and what's super green is that it's fat-free. Don't wanna smell like an espresso? Help with your coffee scented soap. Or maybe you should have some chai tea. Or maybe join me in some Tai Chi. Come on! All I really want is a cup in a non-biodegradable cup. Just a cup of coffee. All I really want is a cup of coffee. Give me a free cup of coffee. Oh, Derek, why won't you listen to me? I don't want a magazine or a CD. I don't want a latte or a frappe. I just want a coffee that doesn't taste crappy.
for some different songs to play, I've been searching around the bands on MySpace. It's amazing how bad some of the websites are on MySpace. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that a picture of fireworks with yellow type on top of it is not going to be legible. But hey, most of the people on MySpace wrote down for the type of music they like. To quote Butthead, I like stuff that doesn't suck. Okay then. But weeding through all the crap, I have found some good stuff on MySpace. I grew up in the 80s, and the heavy metal music that was popular in the 80s featured guys who teased their hair, wore makeup, and wore tight leather pants. It was very, very gay. Here's a group that takes this idea to extreme. They're a band from Brooklyn called Pink Steel.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to rock with the bad boys from Bremen, Germany? They put the score into Scorpions, the Queen in Queensryche, and they put the Deep Purple pretty much anywhere they can. Please welcome the biggest black bareback attack, Pink Steel!
Some fun. We're linking up the sausages one by one. We got the pig still rocking till the last man falls. Like a sausage party, you'll love our big balls. Just more. Gonna throw a sausage party that the men will enjoy. No girl. Just more. Gonna throw a sausage party that the men will enjoy. No girl. Just more. Gonna throw a sausage party that the men will enjoy. No girl. Just more. Gonna throw a sausage party that the men will enjoy.
And now it's time for...
me to stop the CD. Of course. I think he was going to say news of the stupid, but we can't hear that just yet. We'll hear it when I get back. All right, Danny D, hurry up. All right, Chad, I will. There, was that fast enough for you, Chad? No, it wasn't, Danny D. You kept me waiting a long time. No, I didn't. All right. Now, as I recall, before we got here, or just as we got here, we're about to hear news of the stupid. No, it's not about Kool-Aid Jimmy Boots, but it could be.
Or news of the stupid. A German lottery winner who blew all his winnings decided he was better off supplementing his income as a thief rather than claiming welfare benefits. The man was arrested and confessed to about 60 offenses, mostly of breaking into cars and houses, sometimes getting away with as little as €1. The man quit his job in 1997 after winning roughly 700,000 euros, but was flat broke by 2003 and turned to robbery to try to get by because, and I quote, he didn't want people to know he'd spent it all. Now he faces a jail sentence of several years. Wimbledon referee Alan Mills has had it with tennis players grunting when they hit the ball. Defending women's champion Maria Sharapova's grunt was recorded at 101.2 decibels, which is about as loud as a police siren, and Mills wants it stopped. I don't know what his problem is. I mean, come on. Two young, athletic women in short skirts, hitting a ball back and forth, faster and faster, harder and harder. Come on, who doesn't want to see that? And finally, Charles Cross Jr. robbed a bank in Louisville, Kentucky recently and was arrested within minutes of the heist. You see, after the robbery, he ran into the street, stopped, and opened the bag with the money in it to admire his take. At which point, the red dye bomb inside exploded. Boy, was his face red. People are stupid, and once again, they've proven it. This has been News of the Stupid. Well, here's another artist I found on MySpace. This guy found me, actually. He recognized me from a show I did at the Improv in New York last year. Many people say that a comedian with a guitar is just hiding behind the guitar. Well, this guy does this literally. Here's Chuck Naked.
Baby, I miss you so much now, and I wish that you were here. 'Cause I haven't found another woman, and everyone thinks I'm queer. I can't control these urges, and I'm failing at my goal of trying to replace your presence with anything that forms a whole. I'm running out of things to fuck I find around the house, and I won't accept that I've been stuck alone without a spouse. I'm feeling so annoyed because I can't fill a void, and I don't know what to do about you. It all started one morning when I was tired of using my hands, so I grabbed a greasy banana peel and a bunch of rubber bands. Then I tried a plastic baggie with a dab of Vaseline, and I found the bowl of pudding and filled it with whipped cream. I tossed a salad with ranch dressing and buttered up the bread. I tried an overripe melon, but it rolled off the bed. I got stuck plugging the milk jug and made protein shakes for 4. And now I know why no one shows up for dinner anymore. Because I'm running out of things to fuck I find around the house, and I just won't accept that I've been stuck alone without a spouse. The house is falling through and I'm running out of sticky glue, and now my heart is falling apart. Because I tried a bottle of dish detergent and now I have a rash. I tried to sneak up on my roommate and now I have a gash. I got tired of humping the dryer, so I tried on all the socks, and I already ripped the plastic doll, so I made love to the box. The vacuum cleaner's broken, the faucets never fit, the blender's way too sharp, and the toilet smells like shit. I already tried the kitchen sink and now it has a clog, and everyone gives me dirty looks when I pet the neighbor's dog. But now I feel ecstatic when before I felt so blue, because I remembered I had an attic and a basement too. So I'll never run out of things to fuck and find around the house. I don't care anymore that I've been stuck alone without a spouse. I'll never take it back. Goodbye, I've gone for a step this high. I used to think I'd die without you, but now I have a ball. Whoa, whoa. 'Cause learning to love is
this week. Tune in next week for more madness and Mondays and all sorts of weird stuff. In the meantime, support your local funny musician and visit the websites of the bands that I played this week. The Arrogant Worms are at arrogant-worms.com. Pink Steel is at pinksteel.org, and Chuck Naked is at chucknaked.com. Manic Mondays is a production of Fightem Interactive, LLC, all rights reserved, copyright 2005, hosted by Tom Rockwell of Sudden Death. Visit suddendeath.org for more information.
Well, it was a real manic Monday for some people back there. Did you see that accident? It's like somebody got rear-ended. Not the kind of thing you want to have happen at 8 in the morning on a Monday. That's what happens when you're in a hurry to get to that damn freeway. I see a big backup there every day. Some people just aren't paying attention. Next thing you know, your front end is in somebody's rear end. Uh-oh, is he going to wave to me? Is he going to wave? No, he's not even going to look up. Good. Handyman. On my other channel, Danny D, that handyman has been featured in 3 or 4 videos already. Building me an enclosure for my trash can, painting my carport, replacing a post on the carport that was all termite ridden. He's a YouTube star and he doesn't know it. That's right, I never told him I posted him doing all these things on YouTube. I don't think I need permission, do I? I don't know. All right now. You got to see the CD, right? There it is. From 2000, what did he say? 5? 3, 5, something like that. No, I think he said 5. All right, I gotta go to the restroom. So deuces, but well, maybe not a deuce, maybe just a once. Deuces, peace out, peace tea out, IBC root beer out, 10-4 over and out, 8-16. Bye. Click. Did I get it all in, Chad? Yes, you did, Danny D. You did very good. Oh, thank you, Chad.